Alright guys, just saying here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the Dokkan Fest Super 17. Now this guy definitely was not my first choice for a Dokkan Fest following the 8th year anniversary. I was kind of expecting like a Goku Black or something, but I'll definitely take it. He does buff a lot of categories that really need the help, you know, like GT bosses, target Goku, androids, and all that. I mean, I was kind of expecting to see some GT bosses buffs during like the 8th year anniversary, but all we got was an incredibly mid-banner unit in the Ice and Nova Shenron. But anyway, I'll definitely take the buffs. They are very good. There's a couple wonky design flaws in them that make it kind of difficult to get to their like max potential, but still, overall, they're very good. So, yeah, but before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, then feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there's timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any point, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So on this opening rotation right here, we are going to have 7 out of 7 links, and we've got support. So definitely a very good opening rotation. And we're at 265k start of turn defense. So that is a little on the lower end. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is definitely, you know, not amazing. But you do have to keep in mind, he gets 30% defense with every super attack performed, and we can triple super right here. This guy does also get 70% attack and defense when performing a super attack. So, of course, that is a very massive buff as well. And this guy gets, I think, 17% dodge and crit chance with every attack performed. So, if you're triple supering, you could be looking around like 600k defense with a 50% chance to dodge, or like almost about a 50% chance to dodge. I don't know, 17 times 3. So, you know, definitely that is pretty impressive. Considering if you get in the right scenario, this guy can look very good. But all right, right here, we are at, okay, 241k defense. I mean, again, start of turn, it's really not that impressive. But if you start to take everything into consideration, he definitely does start to look good. And this guy is also stacking attack. So throughout the fight, he is going to look, obviously, just better and better with his attack stats. And then when you transform with him, you'll be hitting very hard as long as you get a bunch of supers off with the 217s. Which, considering how difficult the transformation is, you are going to get a lot of super attacks off with this guy. So I do think that is, I mean, somewhat beneficial, right? So, all right, right there, though, you know, a little over 5 million attacks that. Not really too crazy, but we did get the crit off, so that definitely is pretty good. And we got the additional. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of our damage, we were looking all right there. I think our defense is pretty good as well because, of course, we got the double super, and then we got the 70% from performing the super attack. So we were approaching 600k defense right there, and we did also have the 34% chance to dodge, which, I mean, if you're getting like 2 supers off, you know, 34% chance to dodge isn't really all that reliable. But then if you get the other one off, so then it's a 51% chance to dodge, you know, that definitely is pretty reliable. It's obviously 51% chance, you know, it's just a high chance to dodge, basically, and that is pretty good. I don't think that's good enough to run in slot 1, just because if you get touched, like, even by 1 normal before you super attack, like, he's just going to get destroyed in, like, difficult events. He's just going to take way too much damage. Because 260k defense, or 50k, whatever, is good. But it's only good considering he gets to like 600k after he supers, and he got the dodge chance. But in slot 1, yeah, not really all that good. But anyway, right here, we've got, I think, 7 out of 7 links. We've got support again. Or no, we're missing brutal beatdown. Okay, so a little bit of attack. But we do have support from the 13. And we're at 245k defense. Okay, so yeah, it seems in base he's going to be around 250k defense, which is pretty good. Not good enough for a slot 1 unit, but still all right. I just think the main issue with this guy is it's just that condition, man. The condition to transform with him, and then the build-up you have to do when you transform with him, it just makes it to where you're not getting to this guy's full potential till like turn 10, and that's just not good enough because these events are only lasting till like, I don't know, turn 5, 6, 7. So you'll definitely be able to transform with this guy. But, I mean, you're not going to fully build up with him. And if he's not fully built up, defensively, he is going to look, I don't want to say bad, but a little bit on the lower end for sure. But there are a lot of things you have to take into consideration for when he's transformed as well. Because then he's got the, you know, he absorbs Ki Blast supers when you're below 70% HP. He has the damage reduction. He gets a ton of defense on super. So definitely there's a lot going on there. But anyway, on this rotation right here, we're at 261k defense. So, you know, once again, not really the craziest start of turn defensive stat, but if you take everything into consideration, it definitely does start to look pretty good. And we have stacked up a bit, so I'm expecting our attack stats to start to look pretty crazy. And actually, we're getting supered right here, which is really good because, yeah, that did a ton of damage. Okay, perfect. So on the next rotation, we'll be able to transform with the other two 17s, and we'll be able to play the active skill. But yeah, right here, I am expecting something pretty crazy just because we got to stack a little bit with this guy. So yeah, 6.9. Okay, so almost 7 million. Actually, that is kind of good because we got all the additionals coming in right here. And we do got some crit chance going on as well, which, okay, we didn't get a crit. We didn't get an additional. Or we got an additional, 2 additional normals. Thanks, 17. Appreciate you. Although we're getting dodges, which I guess that's good. But, you know, I need some crits and additionals. Come on now, you know, you stack attack. I need a little bit of a higher attack stat, especially because when you transform with this guy, if you stack up a bunch with him, obviously, which as long as you get lucky with additionals, you can. Then Super 17 is going to be hitting very hard. But all right, here we can pop the active skill, so let's go ahead and showcase this. I mean, the animation definitely does look pretty good. I'll give him that. But, all right, yeah, as you saw right there, 7 out of 7 links. So, you know, we got Fuse Fighter, we got GT, Android Assault, all the main links. They give a ton of defense. And start of turn, all right, 262k. That's really not that good. Actually, that's kind of bad, you know, start of turn. But, well, actually, okay, wait. So that's not horrible because you got to keep in mind we have the 51% damage reduction. We get 50% defense with every super attack performed, and we do have additionals built in. And then also we can absorb Ki Blast supers if we're below 70% HP, which we are, but I don't think Vegeta does a Ki Blast super. And then of course we do build up a ton of defense, but I mean, you know, it's gonna be a minute before we're fully built up. So we're gonna have to put him in slot 1, obviously, so we can build up a lot quicker. But what is our attack stat at right here? Okay. 11.6 is definitely good, and this animation is beautiful. I love this animation. It looks amazing. And we got the additional for 12.4. Yeah, that's pretty damn crazy. Okay, all right, so offensively, this guy's a beast. I mean, and we crit right there for 8.39 million damage. Definitely very good. I think defensively right there, we were around, actually, yeah, we were a little over 500k defense with 51% damage reduction, so I don't know what I was on about when I was saying that the Sergeant defensive stat was bad, but if you consider the damage reduction, the amount of defense he gets on super, and all that, I mean, definitely, obviously, it is very good. So I'm actually not going to transform with this guy. Yeah, 241k defense. All right. I mean, we already kind of showcased him, but I'm going to leave him just kind of there, just so we can compare them, you know, pre-transformed and post-transformed. I did have to pop a Sensu Bean right there as well because I don't want to die. But I think we should be able to just, like, clear up right here. Actually, we might be able to one-turn this because we have stacked up a bunch with this Hellfighter 17 and then normal 17. So I'm expecting, like, an 8 million attack stat. You know, I'm expecting, like, 3 of them, all crits. Okay. Well, we did 1, and he dodged, and we did a okay. All right, never mind, never mind. Come on. I just want some additionals, please. Just give me some additionals and crits, man. I'm trying to make you look good here, you know? You got, what, 6 or 7 out of 7 links? You got some support. I mean, I guess his attack stat wasn't horrible, but considering we've stacked up a lot with him, that actually wasn't really that crazy. But anyway, so on this rotation right here, we're going to be looking a lot better because we've built up with him a little bit more. So I'm expecting like 300, 400, okay, yeah, 331k defense. So not really that much of a jump up, but definitely noticeable. So yeah, we'll put him right there. Yeah, 7 out of 7 links. And yeah, let's see what attacks that he can get to right here. I'm expecting around the same as the previous turn because nothing has really changed except for we actually lost a little bit of support. But, well, so, okay, maybe our attack stat's going to be a little bit lower. But, no, still 11.1 million. Yeah, all right, so this guy is hitting very, very hard. He is going to be doing a ton of damage. So in slot 2, this guy's going to be crazy because then you could get, like, you could get 3 supers off. And, of course, from that, you know, you're getting the 50% defense with every super. So your defensive stat is just going to skyrocket. And then, of course, for the first 4 turns, I believe, you keep the extra 17% damage reduction. And, you know, you're going to be looking very impressive. But even after you lose the damage reduction, or the 17% damage reduction, still, I mean, if you're fully built up with him, what, you're going to be around like 500k defense. And if you triple super at 500k defense, you're going to be around 1,000,000 defense with 34% damage reduction. And you can absorb the Ki Blast supers and recover HP. So, I mean, that is pretty crazy, actually. And, you know, you're doing, like, you know, 30 million damage plus, not to mention with his attack stats. So, I mean, yeah, in the right situations, dude, this guy is going to be nuts. Like, he's going to be very insane. But I guess it really just all boils down to in the right situation, which definitely can be quite difficult to get with this guy. But, okay, right here, we are going to be looking a little bit better again in terms of our defensive stat because we built up more with him. Yeah, 462k. That is pretty crazy. And I don't think we have any support. I don't think 13 supports when he transforms, does he? Yeah, no, he doesn't. So, that's just the 17. So, definitely very impressive. I think we'll showcase this rotation, and then we'll call it in here. I guess we can bring him versus... Ooh, where are we going to bring him? I mean, Metal Cooler Core, obviously, because he has type advantage in there. Oh, we're getting supered. All right, how much damage does this do? We got type disadvantage. I think we lost the damage reduction. All right. Yeah, that's... Okay. Yeah, but, you know. Yeah, you know. That's some damage. Definitely, kind of a bad situation for him right there, but we did lose the extra 17% damage reduction, so right there, we were only at like 34% damage reduction with almost 500k defense. But, okay, if he supered us after we supered, like, we would have easily survived that. Probably taken around like 100k, especially if we got like 3 supers, but we just kind of got unlucky right there. But I guess that still does go to show that as a slot 1 unit, this guy isn't really going to work, but that does kind of suck because you want to build up with him quicker, so you're going to want to put him in slot 1, so... Again, as I've been saying throughout the video, just wonky design. But with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to, yeah, I guess the Metal Cooler Core Red Zone stage. Alright, so we're here fighting Metal Cooler Core. Now, I do want to record this rotation right here when he's not transformed, just to see how well he's tanking, you know, obviously when he's not transformed. And then if we do get the transformation, we can kind of compare them. So, I mean, yeah, right here, we're taking a bunch of attacks before we super. So, I mean, we've got a very high chance of dying right here. But I'm expecting like 100k per normal. Okay, we're getting supered first thing. That's always good. How much is this going to do? 549k. All right, yeah, and then 100k per normal. All right, well, I'm keeping that in the video just to showcase that. I mean, yeah, in slot 1, he's just not really all that good. But we did get supered first thing. But anyway, let's cut to a better rotation when we have Super 17 out and see how well he's performing versus Metal Cooler Core. All right, so we're here fighting Metal Cooler Core once again. And right here, we do have the transformation with him. Of course, 7 out of 7 links because we have him next to the AGL Super 17. And we have built up with him just a little. Of course, we're not fully built up because it's pretty difficult to get that. And, you know, we're only on turn 7. But we are at 345k defense, so definitely pretty good. Now, I'm going to put him in slot 1, but he's not receiving an attack before we super. So we cannot triple super. I think at most we can only get the double super. So, you know, hopefully we do get that. But actually, we might kill. I don't know, because Metal Cooler Core is somewhat low on HP, so I don't know, maybe it's a good thing we're not going to be able to triple super. Yeah, because we crit right there, and then, okay, cool. So we didn't kill, but how much damage are we taking? Yeah, double digits easily. I mean, honestly, I wasn't really worried about him taking double digits. I think a super attack we would have been able to survive too, because between the 51% damage reduction, which we did still have right here, and then, what, like 500, 600k defense, I do think we were fine, but unfortunately, the other Super 17 died, so with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, here we have Evil Androids, Android 17, and Hellfighter 17. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Join Forces or Target Goku, category Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%, and then an additional HP attack and defense plus 30% for characters who belong in the Androids category. His super attack effect is that he stacks attack by 30%, and then raises defense for 1 turn, and then causes immense damage to enemy. So definitely a pretty good super attack effect. The stacking of attack is obviously really good. And then this guy gets 2 Ki, 100% attack and defense. So the Ki is very good, obviously, for TURs because it just makes it easier to get their super attack off. And then he gets an additional 1 Ki and then 70% attack and defense if all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class. So I guess that is something you're going to have to keep in mind the extreme class category restriction is definitely something you're going to really want to have with this guy. And then he gets an additional 70% attack and defense when performing a super attack. He performs an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, and then performs a super attack if there's a super class enemy for 4 turns from the first appearance. So you get a guaranteed additional super attack if there's a super class enemy, which is very good, even though it's only limited for the first 4 turns. And then this guy gets the 17% dodge and crit chance with every attack performed, so there's that as well. So definitely a lot going on. I mean, he'll look decent in slot 2 and 3, but I think my main issue with him is just in slot 1, he's not going to be good enough. And then the condition for his active skill is that you have to be below 70% HP, and you have to be from turn 5 or above, which definitely, you know, not really the greatest thing. And then his link set: Brutal Beatdown, Android Assault, Shocking Speed, GT, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Fear and Faith. His categories: Joined Forces, Target Goku, Androids, Artificial Life Form, Diabolical Villains, which is just Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, GT Bosses, Battle of Fate, and then Fuse Fighters. And then when you transform with him, I think the only link that changes is, yeah, you get Fuse Fighter. So that's pretty much it with his links. But his super attack effect when you transform is he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage, and then greatly lowers defense. So a very stacked super attack effect. 50% attack and defense is very good. And then I guess greatly lowering defense, you know, it's a nice little bonus. And then his passive is he gets 3 ki, 170% attack and defense. He gets an additional 70% attack when performing a super attack. Then this guy reduces damage received by 34%. And then for 4 turns from start of appearance, he gets an additional 17% damage reduction. Then this guy launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become super when you receive an attack. He also gets 17% defense with each attack received, up to 170% defense. So that is a lot of the controversy around this unit, is this right here, just because it's going to take a while to build up. This guy does also have a medium chance to crit if there's a super class enemy. And then he absorbs Ki Blast supers aimed at the character and recovers 34% HP. He recovers 34% of the damage as HP if HP is 70% or less at the start of turn. And then he reveals he has a scouter, basically, if HP is 34% or less as well. So a lot going on. Unfortunately, there is a lot of HP restrictions, which I really don't like. I think that is definitely kind of unfortunate, but I mean, definitely still pretty good that he has a lot of this stuff in his kit. So at least, you know, in some scenarios, you do still have the option to get it. And yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the unit. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this guy down in the comments. Let me know if you are going to summon for his banner if you are a JP player. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
And then another